Так, здравствуйте, подписчики. Сейчас мы быстренько все решим. Так. Так, привет. Макс, если это новое сообщение. Так, сейчас. Сколько помню, это 4-я часть. Так, вот он, L.A.Noire. Ну все, все готово. Привет. Так, понеслась. А вот золотая бабочка, значит, мы остановились на этом расследовании. Здесь тоже маньячела.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard.
Так,
Let's go.
пошли, значит.
That bum took a swipe and put him down in my staff.
Новое дело нас ждет.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper. I knew it wasn't
Нас
safe around
все
here anymore.
узнают. Мы известны.
I don't care. I don't go in for
You're behind the wheel.
Так, пусть он едет за рулем.
Did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Ну вот уже вроде как с напарником сработались.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do.
Ох, босс
I'll be
выступает.
holding a press conference once the autopsy has been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for
So
that
you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed.
Так, вот нас
Speak to
начали
Carruthers.
троллить
I want daily reports,
журналисты.
gentlemen.
Надо расследовать дело.
Go ahead, what's going on over there?
I was first on scene.
This is awful. Awful. Why can't we get any closer?
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Так, вот у нас, значит, следы.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Маленьких мужских
Sure
ботинок.
was. Every
Наверное,
detail of Fox
41-й.
Captain want was there in the story.
Как и в тот раз. Так, сумочка. Посмотрим, что в ней. Так, ассоциация учителя родителя.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Ну, поэтому мы, наверное, будем ее искать. Ну, бабки. Это только то, что... А, нет. Это то же самое. Деньги, это значит то, что они за...
The motive was robbery. Why not
Не
pick
за
another
ограбление,
case?
ну, не ограбление, не ради денег было.
Victim of white
Это
female
преступление
Jane Doe on
совершено.
Main Street. Possible ID of Deidre Muller. Can you run through the name and some details?
Так. На шее. Видите, какие.
Reported by who?
Ligature mark is very
Distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
Так, ну и здесь затоптали ее.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Но мне кажется, вот это, я уже не помню, мне кажется, вот это именно
What's this mark? A cut on the finger.
это кольцо.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Мне кажется, подделывают вот это. Нет, нет, нет. Туда. Эти следы. Кто-то, короче, ногой
Detectives,
растоптал ее.
RNI says that Deidre Muller of 130 North Bonnie
Так.
Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband,
Там
Hugo
заявление
Muller.
подал муж.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. Could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
здесь такие, как сказать, не хитрые, а осторожные преступники. Лишних
So hey, what's going on over there?
следов, конечно, не
I knew
найти
it wasn't
здесь.
safe around here anymore.
You can drive.
Так,
And where exactly are we
поехали
going?
поговорим с мужем. Ну, этот намного быстрее, блин, молодых
Still might be some
напарников
play in the
двигается.
boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is
Вроде
over.
как нет. Так, давайте заглянем сначала. Не захотел во второй заглядывать.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you.
Напуганная какая-то.
Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
Интересно, ее можно допрашивать?
We're gonna have a look around.
Закурил такой типа.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
Так, записочка.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Я здесь не вижу ничего такого. Осматриваемся.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Так, ну это девочки, походу, комната. Вот у нас взрослые.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Почему у них вот всегда они просто тупо лежат?
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Коробки у них на самом виду. Не пойму почему-то. Ну, любой.
Work boots. Size 8.
41 размера. Ну-ка. Блин, интересно. Ну, это я думаю. Не знаю. Ну все, давайте разговаривать, а там
Is this
посмотрим.
about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
Так, расстроилась, потом приехал папа. Не.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Ну да. Вот это
I know
вот
it's painful,
правда.
Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a
Так,
matching
локоть.
diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Отлично.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Мне кажется, нет. Доказать, в
They weren't
принципе,
happy,
я
were
этого
they,
не могу.
Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And he always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Здесь нам повезло.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Так.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
Так, поймали мы его немножечко на вранье.
So you were here all night?
Это хорошо.
You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Ну, блин, он не договаривает что-то.
You got any way of confirming this story of yours?
You son of a bitch. You come here making all these accusations.
Нет, надо было.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Это ложь.
And you didn't report that she was missing till this morning? That's very unusual, Mr. Mueller. Not to mention suspicious.
Look, I was annoyed with her. That's why I was waiting for her to come home. Why, you telling me something different? You better think about leaving, or you're gonna have some trouble on your hands.
Так, мы неправильно опять.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, God damn it.
I think you set this up, Hugo. I think you kicked up a fuss about staying home for an alibi. Then you followed your wife and murdered her.
You're out of your mind coming in here making accusations like that. Come out into the yard and I'll make you take that back, mister.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Плохо мы провели.
Should go back in there and bust his ass.
Вот это тот.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Пошлите поговорим.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Так.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
There he is. See him?
Так, сейчас мы его догоним.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Нет, ты уже
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview.
в полицейском участке будешь все объяснять.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Так, пошлите позвоним в полицию.
Sam's taking the other phones. Please don't look in.
Galloway,
Алло,
Homicide
алло.
Division, badge number 564.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Can we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Brain
I need an
Street?
address on a Belmont High
Send someone
School.
down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K.
Belmont High,
1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks for your help.
Скажи.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting.
You know the way. You can drive.
Downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
I'm surprised you know. I didn't make the husband.
Always make the husband, Phelps. 9 times out of 10 is the closest person to the victim who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives of mine.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all the
Моменты, чтоб
I'll
потом
try to
правильно
dumb things
вынести.
down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Saturday's the spring unveiling, Emmy.
Белманская
It's the
школа.
first season since Fabergrashing's over.
3:37.
We have to
I
go.
told you I can't Saturday. I'm busy.
Busy where? You're going on another drive with Davy Gardner, aren't you?
So what if I am?
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
А чё это за задница там за детьми следит? Да куда оно бежит, блин?
There he is. See him?
Блин, практически потеряли. Так, еще видим его. Догоняем понемножечку. Так, давай, давай, давай.
Shoot the creep!
Да, ну, перепрыгивай. Не знаю, что-то затупил. И не захотел перепрыгивать.
That's far enough, freak. You move a muscle and you're a dead man.
Так, вот мы его вырубили.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
11K, go ahead.
11K, see the janitor. A green 1946 coupe registered to a Mrs. Hugo Moeller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. 11K, code 2.
Ничего себе. Вот это вот интересно.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you Loki motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like them a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You're in very deep trouble. Get some backup down here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming.
Вот еще один фигурант у нас. Сейчас осмотрим машину, потом поедем в морг, а потом уже в полицейский участок.
What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m.
Been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
Eli Rooney. We've met him.
Filthy son of a bitch. He was here yesterday before the dance.
Was it him you saw park the car?
I don't know, sir. I'd like to say yes, but the truth is it was pretty dark.
Would you say Rooney is violent?
Yes, sir. I would say so, yes.
Thanks for your help.
Так. О.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Ну-ка, у нас же приближения не было. Или было? Что-то я проглядел. Ладно.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
Так. Элай, да? Пошлите позвоним.
How is America going to understand?
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
Так, ну это новая задача. А мы сначала
You drive.
едем в
I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Я хочу узнать, что они там накопали. Это же важно.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Так, сейчас посмотрим, что нам расскажут. Зачем открыли этот кабинет? Ну ладно. Просто так.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Так, значит, от удушения она умерла. Так.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Все же. Все, опознали.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Так,
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Так, здесь, значит, только этот можно посмотреть. Угу.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Интересно, смотрите. Так. А что, кровь нам дадут посмотреть? Ходу нет. Кровь сравнить нам не дадут.
What do you think?
Back to Central, Phelps.
We've got to
One of
nail
these
this
assholes
guy.
will break under interrogation. I guarantee it. Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Так, пошлите допрашивать. Ничего больше мы не сможем отсюда выудить.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed? Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
Ну вот мне
You
пока
don't
по
want to
данным
join their
всем
work
этим,
too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full
конечно,
of court.
лучше
Rusty, that's like something out of
кажется,
the
что это
pulse.
может
Been reading the
сделать.
same
Ну,
ones
если
as
вот
me?
брать
I
то,
thought you
что
were
я
usually too drunk to
проходил,
get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye
по
and squint,
доказательствам.
you can just about make out the You better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
Так, вот теперь.
Are they ready?
Bowlers in 2 and the perverts in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Так, первое, значит.
Boys, really come through this time, haven't you?
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Так.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Isn't there anything else you can do?
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Блин, вот мне интересно. Ну какой идиот, он, наверное,
You ever tie up any of your victims,
избавился бы
Eli?
от этого.
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Здесь он.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Brigade for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid, tie hitching braid. It stays tied.
Так.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Нервничает он, нервничает. Но предъявить фактически я...
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
Блин.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
Блин, я, конечно, сомневаюсь, что у него... Ну,
You may be 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
Но это не он. Так, закончить.
You're as good as done, Mr. Rooney. All it will take now is some paperwork.
For my money, Hugo Muller's the #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my saddle.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it.
Here's where we stand, Hugo.
Так.
Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test, I can prove it.
Ну, этот тоже, видите? Но мне кажется, больше...
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Ну вот правду говоришь.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
И видите, кровь-то не та.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Блин,
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
ну блин, монтировка у нас. В каждой машине практически находится. Я не знаю,
You're
как у
gonna die for this, Muller. Better give me something if I'm gonna believe your story.
My conscience is clear. You can't badger me into admitting anything.
Неправильно.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Так.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Так.
We got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
Hey! Fuck you! I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk. Is someone gonna
Может,
tell
два
us what the hell is going
подозреваемых,
on?
насколько я помню. Так. Журнал. Сейчас перемотаем. Подозреваемый, значит, только не... Мгм. Так, Миллер во второй, значит, первое. Ни от одного, значит, ни от другого мы не получили. Но я думаю, предъявить все-таки он.
Poor little twist. She was 13 if she was a day. You got a problem, pal?
Странно как-то.
Mouthpiece sort of stripped off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
I think I've said about all I'm gonna say.
Блин, а почему-то мужу-то я не могу этому. Кто здесь?
This guy's got a screw loose.
Блин, с этим поговорим.
For my money,
what
Hugo
next?
Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
Что он говорит, я так и не понял.
And then the lad calls and says he's going to marry an English.
Блин, этому мы не можем предъявить почему-то.
I'm at a loss.
For my money, Hugo Muller's our #1 suspect. The evidence is solid. I think it's time we hit him with it.
The women don't find you handsome? They should at
I
least
want to make
find you handy.
homicide. You know you made
Так,
it.
может, мы попробуем.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know
You drive.
You got that.
I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
А больше мы никуда не можем. Ну давайте посмотрим, что у нас есть. Еще тут. Так. Сегодня нет, я тут тоже много терялся из-за этих комнат. А еще я тут не того арестовал. Вот по мне так это... Трубку никто не брал. Я вот арестовал говно. Почему-то и окровавленные ботинки против него. Вроде как он не соврал, но тоже в веревках он разбирается. Блин. монтировка. Ну, монтировка, я говорю, это такой этот. И вроде как зеленый комбинезон тоже с ним. Так, Хьюго Мюллер, Мишель Мюллер, соседка, L.A.Noire, школьный. Вот этого вот мы типа вообще не этот. И на него ничего фактически не. И мы как-то пропустили, может там можно было. Так, Хьюго Мюллер. Блин. Так, рабочая обувь. Дождь. Кровавленные ботинки. Веревка. Но здесь фактически все вообще. Так, ну давайте попробуем его все-таки арестовать. Просто не дали.
You ran the light on Olympic. We finally collared him in the temple.
And then the louse calls and says he's going to marry and
Дают только того арестовать. Этого не дают.
You must accept that I'm innocent.
Вот он орет, что он не виновен, и все, и не дают. Не, я знаю, где тот. Я просто хочу как-то.
Isn't he the cop that won the medal and is solving all the cases? Is someone gonna tell us what the hell is going on?
I never find it.
I don't need this.
Sam's taking me out of Palm Springs for the weekend. Mister, a man like you always loses a battle of wits because you're unarmed.
Ну, расскажи мне что-нибудь еще.
We wrap those interviews at Central and we can hand this up to the skipper. Come on.
Да есть у меня идея, но он не арестовывается. Я знаю, что он тоже это неправильно, этот, но фактически это было бы более логично. К тому, как бы я не относился, но он... А здесь получается, что нас заставляет сделать признание вот этому. Видите, вот мы подходим, и здесь есть поговорить. А поговорить значит или закончить допрос, или предъявить обвинение.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
Будем так, значит.
You want to put me back and stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rat. I ain't a killer.
Получается, что это по сюжету. Или я где-то что-то не сделал.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
Да, но мне кажется, что это... Ну, я знаю даже, что это не так. Похвально. Ну, улики мы все достали.
Phelps, we captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank. I'm in charge here, Medier! Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
あなた方の階層と名前を名乗ってください。
第44大部隊所属兵だ。
貴様、何様だと思ってるんだ。
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Так. Смерть в шелковых чулках. Следующее дело.
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. You can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case.
Так, сейчас, секундочку. Посмотрю. Что у нас там? Так, продолжаем.
I love these wages. Everyone's a dog. You call these Brits?
Давайте мы дадим право вести ему.
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, fellas. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, fellas.
Так. Место преступления.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Ничего себе нам разрешили.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
Так.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Так, ну я не думаю, что это к делу относится. Я не думаю, что преступник блок принес сигарет, чтобы
lacerations on the neck, but indicate a great deal of force.
Да. Видели, вонзилась аж.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
Библиотека. Публичная библиотека.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Kiss the blood. BD. The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the MO. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Так, сейчас. Хочу журнальчик посмотреть, я там немножечко не успел. Так, вот в деле были веские улики. Вот насчет Мендеса я не уверен. Так. Этот повесил на кого-то другого, задушно избито, раздето. Так. Вот она. Травмы получены при падении. Синяк от удара ногой. Размер обуви маленький. Тоже маленький, значит.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
Так, сверху говорит. Это значит ее скинули. А потом тащили.
May as well follow the trail.
Так, и нам надо обойти. Или здесь где-то залезть. Наверное, обойти все-таки.
The early bird is the one. Second mouse is cheap. I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Someone gotta tell us what the hell is going on?
Получается. Утащили-то ее отсюда. И по идее нам бы, если бы залезть, то было бы неплохо. Ладно, поехали. Еще что-то. Ну, напарник наш там стоит. Может, я, конечно, что-то пропустил. Это я посмотрел. Это я посмотрел тоже. Бутылки к делу не относятся. Так, ну это нам. Это тоже, это обычный порошок. Нужно еще туда наверх залезть. Сверху посмотреть. Но мне кажется, это уже все.
I need to get back to it, Phelps.
Как он интересно прыгает. Я ничего пока не вижу. Не хочется ничего пропустить, потому что мне кажется, в предыдущем это мы ладно. Нет, так. Сумки, значит, у нее не было. Все, поехали. А нет, смотрите. Я что-то не так сначала понял.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Да-да-да, вот. Так, и значит...
On it goes.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Так. Ключик
House
какой-то.
keys strung up like bait on a hook. You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
Блин, он ее так тащил, и никто не видел. По стенам мазал. И...
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
2, 5, значит 3. С той стороны мы, значит, пришли. Так, а вот и на крышу.
Where are you taking us?
Сейчас, секундочку. Глоточек кофе сделаю. То у меня также прохладненько. О, немножко потеплее, чем вчера. Так, лично, значит, в руки.
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us? He clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. You got a new MO. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more
Прямо
confident.
сверхъестественное какое-то.
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
И все, дальше что он? А, вот.
The trail points up.
Такие брызги крови, этот, и как он тут, и потом их нет. Он на себе что ли нес? Потом понес, намазал, понес, еще намазал.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the
Еще и
significance?
на веревочке, блин, или на... Взял и повесил. Не, ну это не маньяк. А, вот он как делал. Я же за что и говорю.
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
И именно для нас. А вот и сумочка. Так, вторая половинка.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Хорошо, нас так спустили.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine.
Я думал,
Where are we
придется
headed?
спускаться самому, как мы лезли.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
He's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
I'm sure.
Так, вот мы приехали, значит, к ней домой.
Wait just a moment! I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps in Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Так, давайте сразу
Mrs.
переговорим с
Maldonado
ней.
was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive,
Она
and then
была
they're
такая,
gone.
такая, прям живая.
Antonia's room is upstairs.
Остальные все мертвы.
Last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse
Давайте,
us a
короче,
moment, ma'am.
мы сначала.
What are we waiting for?
Ого-го.
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
Так, а она собиралась куда-то, похоже. Здесь письмецо-то есть, так. Значит, адрес, значит, написан и... Так. Уважаемая Антония, в дополнение к моему письму от 7 сообщаю. Так. Уважаемая Антония. Так. Что ваш муж, проживающий по адресу, так. Блин, неудобно как-то сделали. Вообще я прочитать не могу ничего. Ладно.
Charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Ну да. Нет, это мы видели.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Блин, это вообще какая-то... Штукенция какая-то. Ну, я думаю, здесь уже ничего не будет. Надо подниматься назад и разговаривать. Ну что-то, значит, можно прочитать в журнале. Или даже не в журнале, а реально хочется докопаться. Так. Ничего не понял. Так, ну ладно. Будем работать с тем, что есть.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
Так.
You've had a break-in?
Но они бывают
No!
такие, иной раз.
That can't be true.
Губы. Так, что они у нее спросили? Блин, ее. А, вот, да-да-да, журнал. Так. Это все по рекордам, место, где нашли труп. Вас хотели ограбить? Нет, этого не может быть.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Ну так, все мы, значит, полностью.
You owe it to Antonia to hear me out.
Чё? Не понял, что она там вещала, но пойдем.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Так, давайте мы в бар еще раз съездим. Еще. А потом...
A nosy old hag? Ha! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wise line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
Так. Нифига себе бар.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Так, сейчас мы...
Where's that goddamn waitress?
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Все, короче, расторгли их брак. Они разведены.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Three blondes walk into a bar. You'd think one of them would have seen it.
You drove me up to Mulholland.
Ну, в принципе, у кого спрашивать это все. Все, в принципе.
So, how's your tuna fish salad?
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
My eggs were running.
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
Fine, thanks.
Свежие фрукты. Вот
Just
мы.
picked fruit market. How many slices of lemon does this place go through?
Ну да, что-то много сильно. Ну я, например, тоже бы не заподозрил бы кого-нибудь бы. Типа, чё, 2 лимона съела и за
Where's
это
that
её надо
goddamn
замочить.
waitress?
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time, honey.
Так, все, поехали.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так, давайте, значит,
Where are we headed?
свежие фрукты. Съездим. Сегодня мы все равно этот закончим миссию. Получается по 2 миссии за стрим. Попробую завтра в 14:00 по Москве провести.
Shut.
20:00.
Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Так, ну что мы сюда приехали? Ведь никого нет.
about the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Не, все. Поехали.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Еще раз надо на квартиру ехать. Что-то мы пропустили. Надо искать.
Antonia was so innocent, detective. Catch this killer.
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Так, давайте еще раз осмотрим ее квартиру. Да, что-то я запутался.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Блин, запарился где-то. Пик. Попал. Будем искать.
Can you drive to this one? You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Так. Так, все закрыто.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Так, вкусно. Поехали. А ну-ка. Может нам позвонить надо? Да нет, мы в этом были и... Они здесь везде эти.
Extra, read all about it.
На каждом углу эти телефоны. Так, вот мы обижали.
It's him. The cop in the newspapers.
You know the way. You can drive.
Так,
Fine. Where are we headed?
давайте в бар. Остается в бар. Потому что там вроде как мы в других местах уже все посмотрели. И зашли мы в тот.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No, no. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. Sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
He's only a writer, so he can't really help me.
Hey, honey, what time do you get off for the date?
Так, а интересно, мы же не узнали, почему
I
она
think
убила.
he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
Ну ладно, давайте еще раз посмотрим. Мы, кстати, вот этого еще говнюка не видели.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
Вот мы здесь не...
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
Надо было вниз промотать просто.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. You know, the temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Так, перемещение же.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
Это вот правда.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Так, через дорогу, значит.
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
Сейчас найдем.
I've been through 3, though.
Зачем поехал?
No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure. A woman taking control over his life?
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
Можно было и дойти. Так, нам нужен телефон. Надо найти телефон. Вот это вот для нас телефон. А она.
Extra, read all about it.
It's him. The cop from the papers.
The heck?
Has that just been paid look about him?
I survived the war for this? Ah.
Extra, read all about it.
Зачем он полез?
You wait. 5
Сотовая
years from
связь
now, all our
не
jobs will be done by robots.
Так. Блин, не туда, куда-то. Мне кажется, что я еще не все там нашел.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was
Надо
pretending
сейчас
to be dead?
бежать.
Wish I could afford that.
Теперь здесь что-то должно
Are you
измениться.
drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
You look at this clown.
Сейчас мы, наверное, должны посмотреть на телефон.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
My eggs were running.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice. Really.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
А, ну это этот.
Hey, honey, what time did you get off work and pay?
Блин, не знаю даже что от нас хотят. Без понятия, застрял.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Oxymoron for you.
Goddamn Bruins are having the seasons from hell.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Так, а вот еще, может быть, сейчас вот с этой поговорить надо, с хозяйкой.
Mother's coming in tonight on the train.
Мы же типа добавили улику.
I'm sorry, but if you're done, I have a house to clean.
Челька, она не хочет с нами разговаривать. Говорит, что типа уже все поговорила.
What are we waiting for?
Дружище, не знаю, чем мы здесь ищем. Так, может мы не...
Okay, we have an address.
Вот это я вот столько бегал. Оказывается, просто... Да я же и проматывал. Почему оно не добавилось-то?
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
Так, поехали. Уже хватать. Где старикам? Ты где там застрял? Давай уже. То я сейчас без тебя уеду. Пойдемте его искать. Ну, что такое? Пошли.
You know the way. You can drive. You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Я так понимаю, это третий этаж.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Там еще один. Гастробайтер, блин. Давай. Оба.
I got up.
Ох ты, гад.
Now look, I don't want no trouble, see?
What are you, Joe Lewis?
I got nothing to say to you.
Отлично.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Да-да-да. Мы думаем. Классно сработано.
We should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors.
Так, надо здесь все осмотреть. Давайте.
And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Омлетик хавали.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Я же говорил, что это убийство
Just
было из-за
hit
лимонов.
fruit market.
Все из-за
Suppliers to the El Dorado.
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
А там коньячок. Да ладно, ладно, что тебя прямо тянет туда, к коньячку. Все, закрывай. Я пересчитал. Так, бар Эльдорадо. Значит, он тоже...
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi, he's toast.
Так, здесь нет.
No good. There's nobody here.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Бабах.
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids. LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated. And I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello?
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar. Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks, ma'am.
Так. Нам, значит, типа говорят вернуться. Но я так думаю, мы еще раз заедем за фруктами. После вот таких вот скриптовочек, я думаю, что заставочек должно там что-то измениться. У нас же появляется по мере последования.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Кстати, в ее квартире мы тоже что-то упустили. Давай, дедок. Поехали. Сейчас быстренько посмотрим и потом в полицию уже допрашивать.
You know the way. You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters? Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? The fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted up the fucking side.
Захотел ждать свою эту сторону, отъехал, перестроился в другой ряд. Ну.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Need a drink. I got the jitters again.
I used to be indecisive.
Now I'm not so sure. We gonna go downstairs and see Donnelly or what? I don't need this.
Пошлите вниз. Шевели булками кол.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
Прошу прощения. Так. Так. У нас есть схема.
Keep upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure.
Ну, как-то...
What are we waiting for?
Да, все иду. Пошлите допрашивать.
Hey, don't mind me.
See him? I saw his picture in the paper. He worked that case, the lady that was cut up like a dahlia.
I don't need this.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
Неправильно.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but We weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far, and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Так. Документ о разводе. А там вот надо...
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. And she ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
Все тоже.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something, or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito. He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Так, поехали мы.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
На рынке.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
I want to make a comment.
С этим сложно так. Ну да, но мы на один только неправильно.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him.
Больше будет.
Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman?
Там можно было правильно сказать и было
We'll
бы
get to the
правильно.
market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
Не прочувствовал это. Там можно было правильно решить эту загадку. Вот и открылся он.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
Ух ты, блин, мне показалось, он ей в челюсть дал с руки. Бабах так. Так.
Sir, Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
Врет он. Прямо.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Смотрите, он не врет. мне кажется.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
I just don't know how to dance to bebop.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Да. О, парень, ты попал.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. They must have seen it during the war.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Are you working Friday night? We should go out afterwards.
Тут, наверное, можно перевернуть. Откуда же мы вот эту бумажку-то взяли?
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Так. Ну да, он маньячила еще тот. Его надо по-любому.
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Now.
Show me your hands!
Сколько маньяков, блин.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Ага, этот сразу себе ящичек. А чё мелочиться? Так на досуге допьет. Ну все, мы, значит, выполнили. Прямо так хорошо. Правильные вопросы 10 из 11. Найдено улик 15 из 17. Но я думаю, что мы не нашли именно... Учитывая, что тело нашли у Клема Фини на пороге, его могут запросто отправить в газовую камеру. Я, кстати, эти примечания-то и не читал. Они-то как-то интересны.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the dog? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up. Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
We'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail? Skip with the Shadow leading the show. Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard come. Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Вот опять воспоминания Коула. Белая туфелька смерти. Это новое наше расследование. Как зомби стоит. Опять пьяная, опять.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Так, все,
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
В следующем стриме.
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case.